Alright, guys. We are back. For Dokkan. Yep, we are. Alright, so, LR Gomah drops, right? And I thought, after using him a bunch, we did a long video. We did several festival, runs with Gomah. More on that in a second. A lot of runs with Gomah. I use Gomah everywhere, used him a lot, saw what he's capable of, and it's just like, yeah, like, Gomah, I mean, he just seems like the strongest character in the game to me. Like, pretty easily. With kind of like the bag of tricks he's got, like his toolkit, being able to impact in all these fights, all these situations. I think Gomah to me just clearly seems like he's number one. I dropped a tier list, and I felt like if you listen to some of the comments I make in this video, I just felt like it was a foregone conclusion. Like, I was like, yeah, like, Gomah is number one. Like, all I'd seen, too, is people being like, yeah, Gomah is number one. He's number one. And I was looking through the quotes here, right? Seeing what people are talking about. We'll just kind of go through some of these. Yeah, the LR Golden Freddy Fazbear or whatever. I don't know if Golden Freddy is an actual character from the series, something people just made up. Yeah, LR Golden Freddy. I'm not sure. Again, I've only played Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So, and I was planning on finishing the rest on stream. We'll get to it. Yeah, these kids want me to really showcase this LR Golden Freddy. I don't know. If you're good boys and girls, maybe we'll do an LR Golden Freddy showcase, okay? Yeah, okay, here we go. Is this no, like, flag or anything in the bio? Wait a minute, do they have me blocked? Wait, it looked like, no, okay, for a second I was like, wait, they quoted, okay, but this Dokkan Chad group, where is this? Do we have, like, I don't think it says, like, I don't know. It's, okay. I mean, we could, okay, yeah, so there's another one. Okay, so yeah, we could see seems like it's mostly a French community. Yeah, okay. Seems like it. Oh, what's this? Uh-oh. What does this say? What? The U.S. are just gigantic race in the comments? Oh, you know what? I mean, I actually see what he's talking about here. Like, I don't know if race is the correct term. Maybe it is, but we'll get to this in a second. I would say, I mean, just, I'm kind of like setting the scene. Like, maybe I'm doing this really terribly. Maybe I should almost restart the video, but, yeah, like, there's a lot of, like, I saw, like, French players, as, we're going through the quotes, really did not agree with Gomah being high, like up there. And I was kind of, like, shocked by it. Like, and we keep going. I guess we play different games. It seems strange. I've seen you around. What do you mean play different games? Gomah's up there. Get out of here. Okay, Deku, Bader. Yeah, so, okay, there's someone who's French. There's a couple more I saw here, too. I don't think they would have been deleted or anything. Let's see. No. Yeah, here we go. So, then we just start getting to, there was one. There's another one. Yeah, like, I mean, you bro, like, obviously I can't, speak that language, but, like, we could tell what that says, right? like, I don't read French, but I can read that. Like, I get it. I understand what he's saying, right? I've made many jokes in the past. The French, a lot of them don't like me, French Dokkan players. I do think, unfortunately, chat, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I do think it's the dodge thing. The French players are very anti-fucking dodge. I don't know the full story behind it or what, but they are super anti-dodge, which does lead us to Gomah, who, of course, does have a lot of dodge. Now, one thing I would like to say here before we look at more of the stuff, Gomah is going to age better. Here, let me pull up the tier list here. It is right here. This one looks good because we just got all the characters right there. Gomah is going to age better than most of this list, right? It's just the way he's set up. I think Super Saiyan 3/4 Goku will continue to be relevant as well because he actually has a very similar thing going on with Gomah. Like, dodge ages better than just, like, guard and damage reduction that, like, Gogeta or Rose have, right? Dodge will always age better. But I would like to stress to people to try with Dokkan to live a little bit more into what's happening right now, right? So, like, like, eventually, Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to be better than Rose, for, like, just as an example. Or he's going to be better than Omega, or something like that. But that hasn't happened yet. Right? Like, I think people get too caught up in, oh my god, they're gonna get power crept. Yes, so is every single character in the game. It's a gacha game. At a certain point, you do kind of need to just enjoy some characters right now. So, I do think Gomah's number one. It seems like a lot of the French players, from what I saw, we could look through more, like, maybe see some more comments I didn't get to see. But it seemed like they really like Gogeta and Omega. I could see Gogeta in arguments for number one. Oh, yeah. And especially because, where's the Gomah long video? I can go to the playlist if I can't. Am I tired? What's going on? Yeah, there it is right here. Like, we did have, using Gomah's team, a little bit of trouble with this first fight. This is more so, though, just the specific design of this fight. Gomah did fine in here. And, I mean, if I put Gomah on, you know, say, the whatchamacallit, like, if I put Gomah on, like, the Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku team or something like that, like, you know, we'll win quite easily. So, I'm not really, like pressed or anything like that. But, I did want to make the point that I think you could argue this as the hardest fight in the game really quite easily. This Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight. Because Goten and Trunks ramp up their ridiculousness so fucking fast, right? And then Gohan gets to a point, once you hit, like, turn 6 or something like that, where you're not able to tank Gohan. It gets really dirty and really nasty, as we're kind of, like, moving through, right? So, like, I could kind of see this as the hardest fight, and Gogeta's design in particular works really well for this fight. Right, like, you know, him being true type advantage against this Gohan, all of his crits, his Dragon Fist, all of it. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta works so good against that Gohan, right? But a lot of French players, see, we go through. Now, again, this has always been a thing, as I've kind of referenced, the French, a lot of French Dokkan players, and again, I'm not, like, I don't want anyone to, like, I want to choose my words carefully here. I don't want people to think I'm just putting all French players in a box and saying, oh, all of them. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying a lot of French players don't like me, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the dodge thing. It doesn't take them very long and back and forth to just go, you're listening to an idiot who says put dodge on characters. And it's like, well, yeah, because it's the best way to win. Sorry. I mean, it is true. You know, I'm just saying. But anyway, a lot of players, see, like, let's take a look at this. How can they put this clown top one? I don't understand, right? Like I saw a lot of this, dude. A lot of this. And so, like some of it was annoying me a bit. So, like, I made this tweet. I think a lot of, like, I think that the Dokkan Essentials is a French account, right? Like, a lot of, French players kind of, like, replied and quoted and stuff like that. I felt like it was a decent video where we could kind of, like, look at this, like, differing perspectives of the communities, right? And I don't want to be too, like, I don't want to be anti-French in this video, like, straight up, right? Like, but I would say at the same time, I do disagree quite heavily. Like, Gomah, bruh, his impact is crazy. I kind of feel like this is just that a lot of these French Dokkan players just don't like dodge. Is what it is. Although, to be fair, Dokkan Essentials, I mean, he is referencing Blue Goku and Vegeta, who are a heavy dodge character. Although, his point was somewhat leader skills. And, I mean, I would absolutely, I mean, the strongest thing about double Gomah is having the fact that you have two fucking Gomahs, right? But, certainly, that is probably true, that these are probably the two best teams in the game. Omega's team and Blue Goku and Vegeta's team. And I mean, it's because it's very simple, right? Like, the GDC characters were the strong characters this year, right? Like, the high point characters. These are just the two Dokkan Fest exclusives of that celebration. So it makes sense that they've got, like, the best teams. And I probably would say so. Daima Goku is up there. Because, I mean, him having all the pure Saiyan LRs and stuff is, like, really crazy, right? So, all right, let's just read some of these. So, okay, so here's Dokkan Essentials. I can picture Gomah at 1. He's amazing. Cleared all hard content with it. He always did something crazy in each run. Yep. Also think they add more to a box with their leader skills. See, when I'm kind of, like, making one of these, I'm not really taking leader skill into consideration too much. So, like, this truly could just be a major difference of opinions, right? So, like, if Dokkan Essentials is really heavily valuing leader skills here, which I'm not for this, right? That can make sense to me. Because, again, as the 2 Dokkan Fests of the GDC, I would agree. I'm just trying to look. Like, remember we just saw that tweet where the guy, like, said, like, oh, like, Americans are racist or whatever. And it's like, if we go through this, like, a lot of people are just kind of like they're like, oh, the French are always wrong or something like that. Like, I get what that guy was saying. I don't know if racism is the right term, but yeah, I mean. Okay. I was looking for French Dokkan players. Oh, yeah, Bryce Gaming is one. Oh, yeah. He can be top 1 in some content, like some GDCLR, not in basically all content. Above all, he needs dupes. Okay. I mean, here's the thing. So for me, obviously, I'm, you guys know I'm Mr. Rainbow, right? Like, I would say I did feel this. This is a video people were very mad at me. But I did, yeah, the double Gomah. Right, double Gomah versus Festival. And we lose straight up. This one starts with a 69% friend. But later on, we lose straight up because I'm using a 55% friend. Right? Like, if I had basically my Gomah times 2, we'd have won with this run. This was kind of a tough run because of the characters. Like, I found this run actually difficult to get started. Right, because, like, trying to run a lot of the manga characters, they do very little damage. Gomah himself, his damage is really not that crazy if he's not going to get targeted before he attacks. So, especially in Festival at the start, where they barely attack, there was some turns where I just had no chance to kill the enemy, right? Because, there's no attack right away. And then the manga characters, they take a really long time to get crazy, right? So, all right, yeah, that's it. So that was where I really felt Gomah, right, like a lack of dupes in him. But that, it's because I don't really use these characters without dupes. That's why I hate friend units, because I run full rainbow setups. That's what I do. Good equips, good links, good builds. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the French players disagree, but yeah. Okay, yeah, but this, okay. The Goten, and Trunks fight is very particular. And when I just jumped in with Gomah's team. I actually, going in, thought it was going to be pretty easy to do. And then quickly within a couple runs, it's the lineup of characters doesn't work effectively for that fight. Like, again, we drop Gomah onto a different team. He's going to make a huge impact in us winning. But we didn't really have the horses, is a term I could use, to easily get this done. I mean, we did win, but, I mean, it involved me killing Gohan first, too, which I hadn't done before. How is that so ridiculous when other characters go into the hardest in the game, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, and wreck it? That is true. This is also where we could talk a little bit about, apparently French players, well, at least just from what I was looking through when I was reading through some of these, really don't like Festival and really don't even consider it at all. I do like to consider it at least a little bit. Now, it only takes a quick glance at this to understand that I'm not like, oh my god, Festival is so important. I mean, look at this, right? Like, I mean, the GDC characters are not really designed for Festival. They're just so powerful that really they can work. If Omega had other good, like, enough villains, Omega could work in Festival too, right? Like, but it's just like, they just need, like, better options, right? Like, again, you could look at this list and tell I'm not like, oh my god, Festival is the most important thing, or some shit that, like, some players were trying to say. But considering how dominant he is in all this GDC content, but then he also ass fucks Festival, that matters. It does. Like, if it does. Now, again, we could run Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in Festival, and he could do fine, even without Vegeta and Trunks, right? Like, he could do fine in there. But, like, Gomah dominates that shit. Blue Goku. I mean, I certainly would put Blue Goku and Vegeta at 2. And, I mean, they have just a great kit. As I've said, they have an answer to every boss ability, right? Every boss mechanic. Even, like, I don't know, a boss would seal at the start of turn, doesn't really, like, slow them down too much. I mean, I guess towards the end, if you wanted to use, like, Blue Vegeta, they would. Like, you know, they have the dodge canceling ability, right? Like, they really have a lot of good stuff. Here, we can get rid of the tier list here. We're not going to need this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I didn't think it was a big enough gap for Gomah to get his own tier. I didn't think so. But, like, I feel like Gomah has, like, I feel like he's head and shoulders better. Like, not enough for a new tier, but, like, as close as he can get to it. I don't know. I'm a little shocked, honestly. Because, like, Gomah, like, we've seen him die to, like, actually, where have we seen Gomah die? Gohan killed him once, because Gohan, some point in here, Gohan, it was a weird interaction with Fat Boo. I think it was Fat Boo Ghost Usher into Gomah Giant form, and Gohan double supered, it was just, like, weird shit happens sometimes with, like, revives and Ghost Ushers and shit like that with some of the bosses. That's the only time I can remember that Gomah got killed. Because when we lost in Festival, we lost off of charge counts. It was like, we had Vegito. Yeah, see, here's us losing right here. We're just barely losing right there. So, I don't know. I could argue a few units to be on the same general level. Yeah, again, not enough for Gomah to have his own tier, but I do feel like he's definitely better. Blue Duo or Omega better? Dude, I love Omega. But Gomah's survivability, and this is just, again, maybe just a complete difference in philosophy. I'm not super sure how much the French are in terms of, like, no item runs and stuff like that. I'm going to just assume that, like, they're anti-everything, I think. That's just kind of, like, the general basis I'm going to go with. So I assume that they hate that I do the no item thing, and they hate dodge, and they hate all that. But, like, bro, like, Gomah is just head and shoulders above Omega defensively, man. And it's like, that, dude, I mean, that really matters. It's very difficult for Gomah to get clapped up, man. It's not common. And, I mean, get, a lot of players, they like to run their 30 crit builds, but, 30 crit builds sounds good on paper when you're tweeting it out. When you're tweeting that 30 crit build, boy, woo! Damn, that damage is sick, dude. But, I mean, if you get caught, you get caught. And, there's something that can help you not get caught so much. You know what I'm saying? Now, we haven't seen it yet, but some players were talking, they were very adamant that, like, Gomah not having guaranteed crits, or at least a very high crit percentage. Because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, almost all the time, both him and Omega, almost all the time are guaranteed critting, right? Like, Gogeta, if we take a look at him, he guaranteed crits his first turn if you got his intro up, which you're going to want up. His second turn, he wouldn't guaranteed crit unless you pop this active. But in these GDC type fights, in my experience, you do your first turn, we have guaranteed crits, and then you do the active on the second turn, and then the fight is over. So he is guaranteed critting basically the entire fight. And Omega, his guaranteed crits are completely free. 24 key, you almost have to go out of your way to miss 24 key with Omega, right? Game is in a state where these opinions can coexist. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to push back on this line of thinking, really. I mean, the dialogue certainly is healthy, but I do think a lot of it is like, I, I swear I do truthfully think it's just because he's a dodge character. I think that's why the French players, or at least these French players, are not too high on him. Of course. How can I argue against this? This is I don't know. This is a strange argument because Gomah is 100% full power on any team, and Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are not. Now, I mean, we use them on Gomah's team, and like they helped a lot, and they were very good. But remember, the crazy explosiveness of Goten and Trunks comes with a trade-off, and that's that their team is like very easy to get killed. Yeah, crit. Here we go. Here's the first time we've seen it. Yeah, here we go. Crit. Team lack of DPS. I don't really... Okay. Again, this might just be a huge difference between the way I'm thinking and the way the French players are thinking. I mean, I'm not really factoring in his leader skill into this. But it seems like a lot of French players... Like, that's the thing. If you're gonna do that, it does then make more sense to me. Because I do think Omega and Blue Goku and Vegeta... And, I mean, probably even... Well, no. I was gonna say Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but no. Does Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta have a better team than Gomah? I would say no. Probably has a more damaging team than Gomah. I do. Okay, so here's someone who's French who disagrees and thinks Gomah's won. They say dodge doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just like they. Yeah, I unfortunately, for those who are tired of the dodge talk, I do think that that's a lot of what we're looking at here. But I mean, we know, dude. I am on record many times. Wait, this is that player. Wait, let me read this. Whoa, quick. I'm on record many times as saying, I think GDC power creep was a mistake. I think they went too far. They went so crazy that, like, dodge is, like, so important against these ridiculous, like, GDC era bosses. Yeah. I want to read this guy's thing. Okay. Yeah, okay, wait. Yes. This is true, but, like, I mean, it's like, bro, like, what do you want to say? Like, I'm a content creator. People love eating up the tier list, man. Like, I don't, like, what? Like, come on. But due to the fact that many characters need to be in a specific team with their passive abilities, yes. And no two people are going to agree with tier lists, right? Like, it's just, like, never going to be a thing. But, I mean, I'm still going to put them up. And I do like to take my time with tier lists until I'm pretty confident in them. Occasionally, I'll still even get, like, a good argument here or there or something, but I'm usually pretty confident in my tier list. Like, I don't, like, rush to put them out before I've put a lot of thought into it or something like that. Yeah, here we go. Low crit strike rate and unguaranteed double super. This is a little silly to me, Axel. This does read like you don't know how he works, which is this right here. Okay. This triggers every time he's targeted. Every single time Gomah gets hit or dodges, it has a chance to trigger this. That is a fact. That is exactly how it works. So it is very common to see him double super. It's very common. Now, the one instance usually would be if the boss is not attacking first, which isn't super common, I'd say, but it does happen. Like, we do see it. But that would be an issue. Here's someone talking in actual French. Yeah, let's look. Personally, I think Gomah is number one, but for many people, the argument he's good in all game modes is not valid. Yeah, again, so a lot of French players don't like Festival. There's one of... They just look at what he does first 5 turns of Red Zone, that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't fully agree with that line of thinking, but I want to be clear. Like, I don't look at Omega and go, yeah, Omega can't be used in Festival. He just doesn't have it, guys. When have I ever said that? Like, I do look at Festival as kind of like an extra bonus for characters who could do it, I would say, more than anything. Right? Like, again, just look at what I've got going on here. You could tell exactly where my thoughts are on Festival. Like, you know, the characters who are not as good in Festival besides Gomah are above the characters who are great in Festival, right? Like, you could see. You could see. Now, there, in particular, I did want to put up... there is a large French YouTuber right here. Oh, block the rude ones on site. Okay, that's not really... Yeah. Oh, okay, let's look at this. Yeah, the thing is... Oh, you know what's funny is this is a natural jumping off point that I was going to use to talk about, like, what we're about to go to. Yes, like, I could say something against this, which I have, but you have to understand, like, I can't control people. Like, it's like, yes, I could say this, but it goes on deaf ears, dude. Like, so, here, hold on. Let me just find the... Yeah, I mean, maybe I was a little harsh with this line right here, but, I mean, I do, like, I saw some of those quotes on the tier list, and I was like, all right, we're doing this, I'm ready for battle. So, like, maybe, sure, maybe this was a little mean of me to say, sure. They're always 2 weeks behind us when analyzing character. I'm sure. Let me see this. Of course, yeah, one day I'll learn. One day. I do want to see. Yeah, people were a little negative to the French players. I'm not gonna lie about that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, see, it's like, yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that. Let's see what this says. Okay. Dude, where is... Yeah, here we go. John. This one. This guy is very... What's the word I'm looking for? Respectful here. So, I do like to, in kind, show that same level of respect. I've heard good things about this guy right here. So, let's read what he says. So, saying that the character's in top 1 doesn't mean we think he's bad. You yourself put him in the same tier as the others. Yes. I feel like he's like I'm viewing it, he's definitively stronger, but not so much to where he's like doubling up the rest of the characters, right? I didn't feel comfortable just only having him in this tier by himself. I didn't want to do that. So why be so harsh? Yeah, I mean, that's the last line of my tweet that he's referring to. Face off against Broly or even Rose and Zamasu with Gomah. With Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, what's going to happen? I mean, yeah, listen, with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, as long as you have his Dragon Fist up, he's pretty safe. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can get bullied a little bit by Goku Black, but here's the thing about that. So can every single character. I mean, Gomah will be able to handle it better than most because he's Dodge. But too often, people, I think, point out, like, oh, look at the damage they're taking from fully built-up Goku Black. And it's like, yeah, dude, so does every single character, unless they're dodging, basically. Like, that's really never a good argument, right? See, like, yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does most of the time just mow shit down with his damage, right? Large use by mere presence. Yep, I don't disagree with that. Gomah will definitely be strong against Rose and Zamasu, but with 33% crit. Yeah, see, this is the thing where a lot of the French players... They're very much hung up on this crit stuff. I mean, there's a lot of good characters who can push forward with a lot of damage. But Gomah, right, like, so we use Broly as an example, or even Goku Black and Zamasu. We go into Gomah's giant form. Broly, who double super dodge cancels, all of a sudden is not double supering because he used them both. Or Goku Black and Zamasu, where we can waste the AoE, waste the super, get around the lock, right? Like, that shit is so good. For Gomah, Gomah and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, essentially have the same condition for their active skill. Gomah's is better because Gomah can get hit or dodge, right? I'm lost right here. Whereas Gogeta does actually have to get hit. Because I do think sometimes a little bit of dodge on him. Now, I know, I'm sure the French players, oh my god, dodge. But a little bit of dodge on Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could be good. I think, yes, I'm well aware of this. But there do become moments where shit gets very dicey, okay? Yeah, let's keep going through this. Against Broly, it goes without saying. Well, I mean, I would say I like Gomah better in the Broly fight than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Because you get to the Broly portion, and then you would just giant ape, giant form, Broly's double supers away. Like, that's... Like, if the boss can't super, they're not going to take you down. Now, here's where we disagree. So, festival battles should be judged separately. At this point, we've already explained it. Again, I think for a character like Gomah, I look at it as essentially bonus points for him. Is kind of how I'd look at it. Because, like, he's just way better in Festival than every character up until Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I think, like, if I would do, like, top characters in Festival, I want to say Tech Broly. Really. But, like, I probably would say Tech Vegito, Tech Broly, Gomah, and, like, Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's kind of in there. I think that's the top 4 best characters for Festival. Tech Broly, Tech Vegito, Gomah, Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta are kind of just like vaguely kind of like the top 4. Don't need to explain why it's absurd to judge a character's performance in 3 to 10 turn fights 95% of the game. True. And then an 80 turn fight 5%. I mean, what's funny is this is generous by John to even say 5%. This is like a 1 out of like 500 events Dokkan has released that's like this, right? Characters' performance in there will only show up basically in there. So like back in the day, some characters were strong in Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, bad in, I guess he's saying bad in Boss Rush, and vice versa. Yeah, John, but that's my point exactly. Gomah can do this, which other characters can't. That's the thing. Like, yes, Gomah is, just as good as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and these guys and, like, these GDC fights and stuff like that. But Gomah is then head and shoulders better than them in Festival. We just have to just come... we're ignoring something that just got, like, difficult missions, right? Like, main reason why I would say Festival does matter here. Remember, they're dropping missions for it. And Gomah, very clearly, is designed at least partially to help with specifically that mission right here. They dropped this Extreme Class mission, Extreme Int for Hit, Extreme Tech for Broly, Extreme AGL for Gomah. Right? Like, this is what Dokkan does. So, I just think ignoring Fest with Gomah is a fool's errand. Undeniable that Gomah will age better. Yeah. But I mean, here's the thing. I would rather we stick to what's going on right now. Like, I think Gomah is better. Right? Like, this is the type of thing that would help my side. Oh, yeah, Gomah will age better, so obviously he's better. But I'm not... I don't want to subscribe to that line of thought. I think people get too caught up in... I'm not saying John's doing this. But people get too caught up in this of, oh my god, the character's going to age out. Every character's going to age out. And yes, Gomah is eventually going to be better, but I would like to stick to the here and now. Like, during the 9th anniversary, Int EZ8 Int Evolution Blue Vegeta, I for sure thought he was better than UI Goku, and I don't think that was wrong. In Evolution Blue Vegeta, the day him and UI EZ8, he was better. But it's just as time passes... that dodge shit is just way better than Garden Dame introduction and stuff, right? It's just how it goes. At the current moment, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta others have more impact on the fight, handle things defensively, but have more explosive peaks. They're going off of damage. I'm not really Mr. Damage too, so at least it does make a ton of sense why we disagree, right? Go on, but we're all wasting our time. I don't really think that this is wasting our time, though. I don't. I think it's good, healthy discussion. Like, like between the communities, which appear to have so much vitriol and anger constantly. I mean, I don't want to point fingers, but the French are usually much more rude to me than I'm to them. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there, by the way. And then we agree Gomah's excellent. Yes. Rankings can change over time, which is true. More characters come out, more stuff come out. Worse, we don't agree. Not a big deal. Yep. Regardless, I thought it's all good, healthy discussion. And then here's where John comes in. And, I mean, again, this guy just seems like a genuinely cool dude to me. So he's saying this, but, like this thing, like, a lot of the French players did go crazy at the insults and derogatory messages. But that's not John's fault or an insult. Like, people are just going to do what they want to do, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, I hold no ill will towards John whatsoever. He seems like a very nice guy. He seems like a good creator to me. But anyway, guys, I mostly just wanted to throw up a video just kind of talking from this. Okay, Americans don't have the ability of our number one French player in Dokkan have a thoughtful opinion, not one based on hype. Stack has infinity equals top one in the game. Not really so much, Aiden, because if that was true, though, we'd probably see, like, maybe Tech Vegito in here, or AJL Gogeta, right? I think Tech Vegito probably is the best character in the game in Festival. Could you tell me where he is in my top 10? It's not there. So, yeah, let me know what see this, it's fine. I thought the conversation, like the discussion here, it's healthy. It's good. Not a big deal. Not the end of the world. You guys let me know what you think. But me, dude, I do think Gomah's number one. And I think he's number one quite easily, right? And, I mean, yes, we can, get into a little bit too, but Gomah, to me, seems like he's going to have a very good chance of aging similarly to, like, AGL UI Goku and Int Fat Boo and Tech Androids. Gomah is going to be a character we could do without leader skills. He's going to be a character you're going to be able to use later on. He seems good. Giant form, healing. I mean, we haven't even referenced his 2-turn support here. Again, the giant form being able to get around boss mechanics. I mean, man. I mean, why is one reason Orange Piccolo is so dominant? Gomah taps into a lot of what made Orange Piccolo so good, right? Like, for sure. So, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.